Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Good morning. Today we will be discussing about exchange rate arithmetic. Here we will discuss how exchange rate, that is currency exchange among different currency take place, how the exchange rate determination take place, how the forward exchange rate calculation we do in the market. Actually, we will be discussing actual market phenomenon and how exchange rate among different currency we determine by the buying and selling of foreign currency, how the brokers, the banks, the participant in the exchange rate market decide the exchange rate value. We will start with method of quoting of exchange rate. As we discussed in earlier example, earlier session, there are two ways of quoting of foreign exchange in the market. The first way is how the direct and indirect quote, that is when you mention direct quote, the value of the domestic currency vary and the value of the foreign currency remain constant. The value means number of unit here. And when you mention indirect quote, that value of the domestic currency remain fixed, that is how many foreign currency equivalent to 1 unit of domestic currency. In India, after 1994 economic reform, particularly the foreign exchange market liberalization, the exchange rate quotation as present taking place on direct methods. In direct method, the value of the foreign currency, that is the US dollar here, the 1 unit of US dollar how many rupees, and rupee is varying here. The new number of unit of foreign currency, that is 1 unit of dollar foreign US dollar remain constant. When you estimate or calculate actual value of the foreign currency, that is the buying and selling rate, we should always we are customers and bank always try to take more from us. In this process, if you see here the example direct quote US dollar 1 US dollar, I write here 1 US dollar is rupee Indian rupee 53, 45, 25 and 45, 50. Here you see the US number of unit of US dollar remain constant and the value of the domestic currency, the number of unit of domestic currency vary. So, it is called direct quote. When you ask about buying and selling, that means when a customer go to a bank and ask for a quote for, then the bank will give a two-way quotation. As we discussed earlier, two-way quotation is essential because the bank do not want to disclose whether it is buying or selling the foreign currency. So, when the bank would sell the US dollar, because bank would sell the US dollar at rate of 53, 45, 50, because bank want to take more from customers. Bank will buy US dollar, means when a bank buy US dollar, bank will give rupee to the customer. The bank will give less rupee to the customer. In this context, bank will give a quote 45, 53, 45, 25. So, this is bank will sell US dollar, bank will take more Indian rupee and give you $1. Bank will, when you have in US dollar, give it to bank and ask for Indian rupee, bank will give you less Indian rupee and take US dollar. So, this is buying rate, this is selling rate. So, purchase, bank will purchase US dollar at 45.25, bank will sell US dollar at 45.50. So, this is called offer and bid, bid and offer price. So, when earlier session we discussed about offer minus bid rate. offer minus bid rate, that is called the transaction cost. Transaction cost, bank will recover the transaction cost and also profit margin. So, bid offer rate, offer rate minus bid rate give you the transaction cost and profit margin for the bank. So, here bid rate is bank is bidding US dollar, bank is purchasing US dollar as 45.25, the bank is offering US dollar as 45.50. So, why you need two-way quotation? Two-way quotation, there are some advantages for the two-way quotation. The two-way quotation importance are we cannot know that whether the player is a buyer or seller in the foreign currency market, because the bidder, that is the banks, particularly authorized dealers are there in the market in foreign currency, they do not want to disclose whether they are buying or selling US dollar. This eliminates the risks of bad rate. Suppose a bank need foreign currency and go for giving the rate for purchasing of foreign currency, then foreign currency will be costlier for that. All other participants in the market, they will give bad rate or very high rate for foreign currency. So, when bid ask rates are there, when the bid rate and offer rates are there, this eliminate what is called bad rate or unfavorable rate for a particular customers. Continuous buying and selling rate would be available. When there is a bid and offer rates are there, there will be continuous buying and selling at this rate, because when offer rate and the bid rates are there, the market always there is a continuous buying and selling will be there at this rate. Difficult distinguish between market maker and market takers, because earlier session we discussed about market maker. Market makers are those who have a command over foreign currency market. Market takers are those who accept the foreign currency rate. So, market maker and market taker always change their position, because in foreign exchange market huge volume of transaction take place. It is very difficult to command over market for long run. At the same time, it is very difficult for a particular authorized dealer to decide the market. So, market maker and market taker change their position continuously. Whenever there is a buying and selling rates are there or two-way quotations are there, it is very difficult to distinguish between who is the market maker, who is the market taker. Similarly, the two-way quotation also help, it limits the profit margin within the bid ask spread. When we discuss the bid offer rate and bid rate, that decide what is called transaction cost and profit margin. So, when banks give two-way quotation, the difference between the buying and selling rate decide the transaction cost profit margin. This indicates that how much profit the bank is charging, what is the transaction cost. The two-way quotation limits the profit margin and transaction cost. Bank has to reduce the transaction cost so as to get sizable amount of profit in foreign currency transaction process. After discussing the two-way quotation, let us come to the cross exchange rate, because when you discuss, because in actual market it is very difficult to get what is called a direct exchange rate. When you want US dollar, then you can get in the Indian market US dollar, Bombay interbank market you can get US dollar. When you surrender rupee you get the US dollar, but very difficult to get Japanese yen, French franc or some other currency which are not tradable in Indian market. You have to go from one market to another market. In this process, what is called cross exchange rate important. When direct quote is not available between pairs of currency, cross exchange rate process is used to find the actual exchange rate. So, let us discuss about one examples. If you see the example here, if exchange rate in Bombay interbank market is $1 is equal to 53.2526, and in London interbank market is $1 is equal to French franc 7.0550 and 7100. What would be the exchange rate between Indian rupee and French franc? Here, if you see the example, there is no direct quote available in Indian market, Indian foreign currency market between Indian rupee and French franc. So, however, we can get a direct quote between dollar and Indian rupee, and in London market you will get a direct quote between dollar and French franc. So, somebody in India wants French franc, that person has to travel from Bombay exchange market to the London exchange market, that is they have to go to the authorized dealer will surrender, he will purchase US dollar and US dollar will be sold in London market to get the French franc. So, the cross currency exchange rate importance here. So, answer will be here, the question answer here, answer will be here, Bombay interbank market you need to purchase US dollar by surrendering rupee and you have to sell the US dollar in London interbank market to purchase the French franc. In this process you can decide the exchange rate between French franc and Indian rupee. Let us now estimate this. In the Indian Bombay interbank market, we are purchasing dollar, we are purchasing US dollar. So, when you purchase US dollar, bank will charge more rupee. So, the rate will be 1 US dollar will be 53, need to surrender more rupee. So, 53 2600. So, in Indian London in the Bombay interbank market US dollar will be quoted for purchasing US dollar, you have to surrender 53.26 and after purchasing US dollar you have to go to London interbank market. In London interbank market, you have to sell US dollar. When you are selling US dollar, the market will give you less franc. So, in the London interbank market, franc will be available as 7.0550 7100. So, when you sell US dollar, you will get less franc. So, FRF will be available to you less, the less amount is here 7.0550, that will be available to you. Now, US dollar in London interbank market will be 1 US dollar is equal to FRF 7.0550. Now, the US dollar actually if you integrate the London market and US market, London market and Bombay market, then you will get a direct quote for the cross currency or the direct quote for franc and Indian rupee. So, in US dollar in London, Bombay cost RS 53.26 and in franc value it will be French franc value it will be 7.0550. So, that means if you see in this way, that means rupees 53.26 is equivalent to FRA 7.0550. In other word, if you see the exchange rate, in other word 1 franc FRA 1 will be you have to divide 53.2600 by 7.050, it will give us 7.5493 FRF. So, actual market the Indian rupee will be in Indian rupee term. So, FRF will be 1 FRF will be rupees 7.5493. This is the calculation of FRF. We have migrated cross currency way, that means since direct quote is not available in Indian between Indian rupee and French franc, we are purchasing US dollar in Indian Bombay interbank market, then we are migrating London interbank market, selling US dollar to get franc and then you convert between franc and Indian rupee the valuation side. So, 1 franc will be 7 rupees 54.93 paisa. So, this will be the exchange rate calculation, what is called cross currency calculation rate. So, the answer is here you can see that answer. So, we are purchasing US dollar at 53.26 in London Bombay interbank market, then you are going to the London interbank market, there you are surrendering US dollar and getting a franc of 7.0550 and this exchange rate take place between Indian rupee and French franc in this same way So, 1 US dollar will be 7.050 franc and it will be 53.26 rupees. So, 1 franc will be 7.5493 rupees. This is the way of cross currency exchange rate take place. Now, let us do the second example. Here second example is the if exchange rate in Bombay interbank market is US dollar 1 is 55.2050 and 2110 and in London interbank market it is 1 euro is 1.2740 and 2745. What will be the exchange rate between Indian rupee and euro? Here also same problem, since in Indian market we are not getting a direct quote between Indian rupee and euro. So, we have to migrate from Bombay interbank market to London interbank market to decide the exchange rate between euro, India and Indian rupee. So, when we have only with in our hand Indian rupee, you want to purchase euro, since in India direct quote for euro and Indian rupee is not available. We are purchasing dollar from Bombay market, selling the dollar in London market to get the euro. So, we have Indian rupee. So, we want to purchase dollar. So, in Bombay interbank market same thing we have to do in Bombay interbank market. So, for us we are purchasing dollar, we have to surrender more rupee. The rupee will be 55.2110. So, if you surrender 55.2100 then you get $1 in Bombay interbank market. Then you would go to London interbank market. London interbank market you are selling US dollar and getting euro. So, but euro is available at 1 euro is costing how much? US dollar 1.2745, because in London interbank market you have to purchase euro. When you want to purchase euro, you have to surrender more dollar. So, by surrendering 1.2745 we are getting 1 euro. So, 1.2745 is equivalent to 1 euro. So, however, when you calculate Indian rupee euro, so 1 euro will be US dollar 1.2745 in London market, and $1 is equivalent to in India market, $1 is 55.210. So, in other way 1.2745 into 55.2100 will give you the what is the cost of 1 euro in Indian rupee, because for us $1 is 55.2100 and 1 euro is 1.2745 US dollar. So, 1.2745 US dollar is equivalent to how much rupee that you have to purchase, since 1 rupee is $1 is 55.2110. So, you have to multiply 1.2745 US into 55.21, you will get the rupee equivalent of 1 euro. So, this will be something around 70.3652. So, what we solve the problem? You are purchasing US dollar from Indian market and paying how much you surrender rupee 55.2100, and you are going to London market purchasing euro by surrendering 1.2745 US dollar. So, 1 euro will be 1.2745 US dollar and 1 US dollar is 55.21. We are multiplying these two and this will give you rupee equivalent of 1 euro, that 1 euro is 70.3652. You see here we have done in same way. The transaction process take place in purchase US dollar in Bombay interbank market by surrendering INR, then purchasing euro in London interbank market by surrendering US dollar. So, Bombay interbank market dollar will be available to us as 55.210 and London interbank market 1 euro will cost 1.2745 the cross exchange rate take place between 1 euro is equal to 1.2745 into 55. So, we are getting rupee equivalent of 1 euro is 70 rupees 36.52 paisa. So, that is called cross currency exchange rate between euro and Indian rupee. Now, this is what we estimate here, what is called a spot market rate. Spot market rate between direct quote and also between indirect quote, what is called direct quote for direct availability or two market, and cross currency between three currency involved to calculate the two currency exchange rate. But in actual transaction in foreign currency market also take place forward, that is after 2 months, after 3 months, what will be the exchange rate, that also available in the Indian in different foreign currency market. The question is, we discussed earlier session that exchange rate for settlement beyond the spot rate is called forward rate. After 2 days any exchange settlement take place, it is called forward rate. The forward rate is estimated by adding forward premium to spot rate. When spot rate is available up to 2 days, beyond 2 days you want foreign currency, then you have to go to the forward market rate, and forward market rate decide the rate by adding either addition or deduction some point in the spot rate. So, that will be the forward rate. So, forward market rate may be a currency, may be premium currency, or a currency may be a what is called a discount currency. So, if the spot rate, the forward price is higher than the spot price, forward price is higher than the spot price, it is called a currency as a premium currency. If the spot forward price is lower than the spot price, it is called a discount currency. So, under direct code, appreciation of currency is a premium currency and depreciation of currency is a discount currency. So, in case of appreciation of currency, the forward points are deducted. In case of depreciation of currency, the forward point is added. So, spot rate, on the spot rate, if you are adding, then the base currency is a appreciated currency. In the spot rate, you are deducting, that base currency is a discount currency. So, generally the forward price is calculated spot price plus minus the premium or discount. If it is premium, they would add it, if it is discount, you deduct it. In case of indirect code, the spot price, the premium is deducted and discount is added. In Indian context, since you are a direct code, the premiums are added and discounts are deducted from the spot price. So, now let us do a example, then you understand the intricacy of forward rate calculation. In this example, in the interbank rupee market is quoted on November 12 as in November 12 the spot rate is given to you. The spot rate $1 is November month, November 12, 2012 in Indian interbank market, that is Bombay interbank market, US dollar is quoted as 53, 25, 50 and 25, 26. What does it mean? It means that you want to purchase US dollar, then it will be 53, 26. You want to sell US dollar, you will get 53, 25, 50. Now, in the this is a foreign spot market rate during the month of November. Now, suppose the forward points are given to you, forward points for December, we will be discussing about December forward point is 25, 30, January forward point is January 2013, forward point is 40, 50 and also February for January 13, February 13, December 12. So, February 13 forward point is 75, 85. So, now you have to calculate what will be the forward buying and selling rate of US dollar and Indian rupee in different month. Suppose what does it mean? It means that we have November month 2012 November spot rate and we want to estimate what will be the rate of US dollar and Indian rupee in December 2012, January 2013 and February 2013. So, but what we have given, what the question is given to us? The question is given to us the forward point between in November, December, January and February. So, you have to read the forward point first. Here the forward point is December month forward point is 2530. What does it mean? 2530, first number 25, second number is 30. That means rupee is depreciating against US dollar. First number is, second number is higher than the first. The market rates the rupee depreciate in December 2012. Similarly, November, January 2013, 40, 50. Similarly, first number is 40, second number is 50. So, 50 is more than 40 here. So, rupee is further depreciating in the month of January. Similarly, in February 75, 85, rupee also depreciating in place of against the US dollar. Suppose you want to estimate the spot rate in month of December. So, what you do? Spot rate in November 2012. So, for us US dollar 53.2550 and 53.2600. This is you want to purchase US dollar, you have to pay this much, and to sell US dollar you get this much. Now, we want to calculate the forward rate December 2012. So, here the forward points are given to us 2530. That means 2530, first number is lower, second number is higher, rupee is depreciating against US dollar. That means US dollar is a appreciated currency, rupee is a depreciated currency. Then what you have to do that? Since you know the forward point, so in December 2013, what you have to do? You have to add this forward point. So, for 25 here is 0025 and here 30. So, here 0030. So, what will be this? This is 5, 7, 5, 2, 53, 53, 25, 75, here 53, 2630. That means, in month of December, the bank will give you a forward rate. Suppose you want, you go to the bank, ask for a forward point for the November, for the December 2012, bank will give a code 53 25 75 and 53 26 30. That means, you want to purchase US dollar for December 2012, then you will have to pay 53 26 30. You want to sell US dollar for December 2012, you have to get a rupee of 53 25 75. This is a calculation. December month forward the forward rate, November month spot rate. That November month you know the rate, but December you do not know the rate, but you know only the forward point. You can calculate December month forward rate. The forward rate is 53 25 75 for selling US dollar and for purchasing US dollar 53 26 30. So, this is called the forward point, forward rate for December. Suppose you want to calculate again for the month of forward rate for January 2013, the forward point is available to you. The forward point for January is 40 50 and spot rate November is 53 25 50 and 53 26. So, since the January is 40 50. So, US dollar is appreciating, rupee is depreciating. Why? The 50 is more than 40. So, you have to add. Now, you have to add the forward point. So, now you add the forward point for calculation of January month. January 2013 forward rate will be 0.0040, here 0.0050. You calculate this, then you will get the 53, here 2590, here 53, 2650. So, this is the forward rate for January month. So, buying rate of US dollar is 53.2650, selling rate for US dollar is 25.90. Now, similarly for February month, February 2013, so spot reach November month, November 2000 spot is given to you, the spot is 53.2550 and 53.2660, and February forward point, February forward point is available to you as is 75.85, that is also depreciating rupee depreciating. So, you have to add the forward point here, here 85, then you will get 5 to 7 to 53.2725, and here 5, 8 to 6 to 53.2626, 53 point, you see that rate here, calculation is here, January you are adding here 53.2675, 2685, 2675, 2685. So, this is the calculation of forward point. Now, you see the example, the answer is here. So, for the month of December, the spot rate is 53.25, that is selling rate of dollar, and buying rate of dollar is 53.26. So, we are adding the spot, that is your forward premium, since 25 is more than 30, 25 is less than 30 rupee depreciating, we add the forward premium. So, we are adding 0.0025, we are getting 53.2575 is the selling rate of US dollar. Similarly, we are adding 30 here. So, we are getting 53.2630 is a buying of US dollar. Similarly, in the case of January month, January the forward point is 40 and 50. So, it is the rupee depreciating here. So, you are adding on the spot rate. Similar 53.2550, add for 0.40, you are getting 53.2590 is the selling of US dollar, and similarly here also 53.2650, it is the buying of the US dollar. In the month of February, similarly 75.85 are the forward rate, forward points. So, since the 75 is less than 85 rupees depreciating, so we are adding the forward premium here, and we are getting 53.2625 is the selling of US dollar, and 53.2685 is the buying of US dollar. So, what do you understand from here? From the spot rate, it is possible to calculate the forward rate. How to calculate the forward rate? On the basis of availability of forward premium. When a currency is depreciating, forward premiums are added. When currency is appreciating, forward premiums are deducted from the spot rate. In this, by adding or deducting the forward premium as per the premium discount, we can calculate or estimate the forward rate. In actual market, forward rates are available for nearly 1 year. Though, let us do another example. Here the example is in the interbank market, rupee is quoted as 1 euro is 70.2500, that is a buying of euro, selling of euro, and buying of euro is 70.266. Now, forward points are available December 2530, January 2010, and February 2510. Now, we calculate the buying and selling rate of euro here. So, buying rate of euro is, we want to buy euro, then you surrender more rupee, that will be 70.26. You want to sell euro, then you will get less rupee from the bankers. So, it will be 70.25.26, 25.50. Now, how to estimate the forward rate? From the spot rate, you have to add it. Now, spot rate is similarly spot spot rate of euro Indian market is 1 euro is equal to 70, 25, 50 and 70, 26, 00. Now, you have to calculate the December month. You have to calculate the December month. For December month, if you see the December month forward premium, forward point month of December. December month forward premium is a forward rate is available or a forward point is 25.30. Then how will read the currency? Since 2030 is more than 25, so rupee will be depreciated in the month of December. Now, for depreciating currency, because 30 is more than 25, the rupee is depreciating. So, for depreciating currency, forward premium will be added. So, December month for next forward rate December will be 70, 25, 50 and 70, 26, 00. Now, we have to add the forward premium here 25 and similarly 0.0030 add here. Now, we will get 5, 7, 5 to 70.2575 here 70.2630 is the buying and selling of euro. You want to purchase euro in during the month of December, then you have to pay 70.2630. You want to buy USD euro, you want to sell euro during the month of December, you will get 70.2575 rupee. So, this is called December month forward rate. Like similarly, in the January month if you see is that January month, during the month of January, the forward rate, forward point, you read the forward point from the January, the forward point is 2010. Now, you see 10 is less than 20. So, in during the month of January, rupee is appreciating against the euro, because 10 is less than first number, second number is less than first number. That is the market way of what is quoting the forward premium. So, market quote the forward premium 2010. What does it mean? It means that 10 is less than 20, the second number is less than first number, then market expecting rupee will be appreciated during the month of January. So, for appreciating currency, the forward premium is deducted. So, in the spot rate is euro spot rate is how much? Euro spot rate 70.2550 and 70.2600, and for the January forward rate will be it will be minus 0.0020, 0.0010, it will be minus. Now, it will be 70.2530 and 70 if you see, it will be 2590. So, now, since currency is appreciating, rupee is appreciating during the month of January against the euro. Now, this against the spot rate, you are getting the forward rate from January less. So, now you want to purchase euro, then you have to surrender 70.2590 during January. You want to sell euro, you will get 70.2530 in January. Similarly, here we have calculated, you see the calculation process. In the month of February, similarly rupee is appreciating, where the forward premiums are deducted from the spot rate. We are getting selling rate of dollar, selling rate of euro 70.2535 and buying rate of euro 70.2590 in case of February month against the November month. So, what you understand here, in case of similarly in case of buying and selling of forward buying and selling of any currency forward depends upon the premium discount. Premium is added if the currency is direct liquid, premium is deducted if the currency is appreciating. So, the question is how we got the forward points 25, 30 or 24, 40, 50 whatever the forward premium, from where we got it. So, what is the which are the determinant of forward points in the market. So, if you see market participants take forward position as per the demand in the currency. So, forward premium depends upon the position in the market. Who take the position? The exporter, importer or the market participant. On the basis of their expectation, the forward premium also determined. And primarily demand and supply, interest rate differential are the two major variables or major determinants of forward premium. So, in actual calculation process, we do not very difficult to understand or very difficult to detect what is the position in the market. Position means how much demand the exporter importers have, exporter supply dollar or foreign currency, importer demand foreign currency. So, how much demand, how much supplies are there, very difficult to decide. However, the one variable which generally influence forward point, it is the interest rate. Interest rate between two currency or two countries. In case of US dollar in India, what is the very short term interest rate in India, what is the very short term interest rate in US, that they decide the forward point, because each rupee is depreciating, then people will borrow from the US market and sell in Indian market. A rupee is appreciating against the US dollar, then people borrow from Indian market and sell is US market. In this way, they take the arbitrage profit. So, interest rate differential is the primary variable in determining the forward points. Now, if you do a problem, then you will understand how interest rate decide the forward points. Let us discuss about the interbank market. Rupee is quoted for November. You see the example here, the interbank market rupee is quoted for November 2012 as this much 53, 25, 50, 53, 26. If the interest rate in US is 4% and in India it is 8%, what would be the arbitrage opportunity? What would be the 1 year forward point so as to remove any arbitrage? What we have got it? We have given here two things. First thing, the spot rate. Spot rate of November 12, the November 12 spot rate is $1 is equal to 53, 25, 50 and 53, 26. And in US the interest rate is 4% and in India interest rate is 8%. And since the rupee, the US dollar, Indian rupee is getting quoted in India as $1 is equal to 53, 25, 50 and 53, 2600. Now, we have got the two interest rate differential. If you see the interest rate differential between India and US, the differential interest rate is 4%. Now, what does it mean? Since in US the borrowing rate is less compared to in India, people will borrow from US and sell in India. In this case, in India they will get 8%, but they have to repay 4% in US. So, there is interest rate differential of 4%, this 4% they get the profit, So, interest rate differential of 4%, they get the profit. Now, question, suppose Let us take a hypothetical example, like we are borrowing $100, $100 from the US market. So, $100 you have to borrow from US market. So, borrowing USD $100. So, how much interest you have to pay in US? Interest payment, interest need to be paid 4%, that is $4. So, end of 1 year, end of year 1, we are paying how much? We are paying 100 rupees principal, $100 principal and $4 interest. So, 104, we are paying $104 end of 1 year in US. Now, what you will do with this $100? You are borrowing, you are coming to India now. So, India interest rate 8%. So, we will get in India 8%. So, for $100 in India, so in India $100 will earn $8, $100 will earn $8 and interest on and end of the 1 year, end of 1 year we have in India dollar amount 108. The interest in India we borrow the $100 and you paid interest, earn interest $8. So, end of the year 1 you are also end with $108. So, end of 1 year we have to repay $104 to the US market, but in Indian market you got $108. So, there is a profit of $4. This $4 profit is there. So, now question is here, this $108 is equivalent of how much money, how much Indian rupee, because $108 we have. So, $108 will sell in the market, Indian market, how much rupee you will get, because you are surrendering dollar in Indian market. So, you will get less rupee. So, we will get this much of rupee. So, the rupee equivalent of $108 will be 108 into per dollar. If you say give it to my bank will give you 53.2550. So, 53.25 because bank will give you always less. So, this much of rupee you get, this equivalent to how much? If you multiply this will be 57.52, this much of rupee you got it, this much of rupee you got extra, this much of rupee you got it. So, but you are the arbitrage opportunity is $4 here, but we have got 57.52. Now, question is this 57.52 equivalent to how much? If equivalent to $104, then there will be no arbitrage. If this amount 57.52 in Indian rupee is equivalent to $104, there is no arbitrage, because arbitrage available because where the 4% interest rate differentials are there. If there is no 4% interest rate differential, there will be no arbitrage. The 4% is nothing but this $100 of 104 is equivalent to rupee 57.52, then there will be no arbitrage opportunity. Then what will be the cost of US dollar? The cost of US dollar nothing but 57.52 divided by 104, that will be the cost of US dollar, and this will be nothing but if you calculate this will be nothing but how much the US dollar will be equivalent to 57.52 by 104 is equivalent to 55.3033. So, what does it mean? It means that if end of 1 year the rupee is available at $dollar is available at 55.3033, there will be no arbitrage opportunity. That means that you have to the interest rate differential should reflect in the forward premium. So, in this example what we will learn? The learning part is here, interest rate differential provide a avenue for inflow of dollar to a particular country where interest rate arbitrage opportunity is available. So, in case here the US has a 4% interest rate, India has 8% interest rate, India having more interest rate, there is interest rate differential of 4%, dollar will migrate to India. Why? People will purchase borrow dollar from US market at 4%, send to India, I get a opportunity of 4% interest rate differential. That will be a vehicle, that will be incentive for the flow of dollar from US to India, and this 4% differential is arbitrage opportunity available. However, if the market, the forward premium or the market decide that there is arbitrage opportunity, everybody borrow from US and sell in India, then arbitrage opportunity reduce, and slowly the interest rate will equivalent, the dollar value of rupee will migrate to 55.33, where there will be no arbitrage opportunity between India and US. The arbitrage opportunity provide the basic avenue for the movement of dollar from one country to another country. Now, the question here what you have learned, the interest forward point, how to estimate the forward point? As I mentioned that interest rate differential is the primary variable for the movement of dollar, for the movement of forward point. So, interest rate differential decide the forward point. When you know the interest rate differential, you can calculate the forward point. What is the formula here? The formula is here, in forward point nothing but spot rate into interest rate differential into forward period. How many month? 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. In our earlier example it is 1 year. 1 year. So, it is 365 and divide by 100 into 360. 360 is here because in actual foreign exchange market the transaction take place for 360 days, despite being a 24-hour entire year market, and there are 5 holidays in the market, and that 5 holidays market generally close, and we take into account only 360 days for calculation of foreign exchange. So, forward point is spot rate into interest rate differential into forward period divided by 100 into 360. If you use this formula for our earlier example, our spot rate was how much? If you see our earlier example, our spot rate is 53.26 and interest rate differential is 4% and forward period since it is 1 year 360, the forward point if you calculate this interest rate differential spot rate is 53.266 and our interest rate differential is 4 and our entire it is 1 year calculation 360 divided by 100 into 360, this will give you the forward premium of 2.13 and spot rate purchase of dollar is 53.2550 plus that 2.13. If you add this will give you rupee equivalent of the forward rate for 1 year is 55.3852. Here when you have dollar, you will sell dollar at 53.2550 and you have a forward premium, forward point you are adding here 2.13, this will give 55.3852. In our earlier example, if you see our earlier example, we have calculated 55.3033 the forward rate, but we got 55.3852. The differential is here. Here interest rate is calculated for 365 days. Here interest is calculated for 360 days. Okay. So, that is a differential problem. So, adjustment problems are there. So, now, once you know the interest rate differential, if you know the forward spot rate, then automatically for any period, for any days, for any you can calculate the forward point, okay, through the interest rate differential calculation process. So, once you know the interest rate difference and once you know the interest rate differential and the spot rate, you can estimate the forward point. Once you know the forward point, you can estimate the forward exchange rate for any period. Let us forward cross exchange rate. Since what we have discussed is exchange rate over one way only, that is you know the forward two currency forward rate, you can estimate the forward point. However, whenever there is a three currency or cross currencies are there, how you can decide the foreign exchange rate. Here you can discuss about one example. You see the example here, Mrs. Mercy and Co wants to buy euro against rupee 3 month forward. The market is quoting London market, US dollar is 1.2745, 1.2750 and forward points are given to you, and in the Bombay market US dollar and Indian rupee is given to you and forward points are given to you. What will be the exchange rate between what is called the euro against Indian rupee. So, here two-way forward calculation will be done. First we have done rupee, first rupee will be we are calculating 3 month forward rate. So, you want to purchase dollar from the Indian market by surrendering more rupee, then you will go to the London market, surrender dollar and purchase euro. So, in the Bombay market, in Bombay you have to purchase dollar. So, spot rate will be $1 is equal to 53.5500, and since it is a 3 month, if you see 3 month forward premium will be 2015. The third month forward premium he has given here 2050. 2015 means second one is less than the first one. So, rupee is appreciating here. So, you have to rupee appreciating, you have to minus or deduct the forward premium. So, minus forward premium less. So, 0.0015. So, we got 0.0 we got the rupee is appreciating here, rupee is appreciating, we are minusing it. So, we got 53.4985 as the rupee after 3 months, that is dollar equivalent of rupee after 3 months. $1 after 3 months will be quoted at 53.4985. Okay. Now, once you got the dollar rupee after 3 month rate, then you go to the London market. In the London market, you want to purchase euro, that means you have to surrender more dollar. So, you have to surrender more dollar, $1 will be euro will be costing you in the London market. Euro will be costing you how much? US dollar 1.2750, and if you see the forward premium, 3 month forward premium, in London market, third month 45.50, that means London market euro is appreciating, dollar is depreciating, you have to add the forward premium. Now, you have to add the forward premium 0.050 here, it will be coming 182. So, US dollar 1.2810. Now, US dollar after 3 months euro will be this much, after 3 months dollar will be this much in London market and in Indian market. So, what will be the equivalent calculation? The calculation will be here. So, what will do that? Now, so 1 euro will be after 3 months USD 1.2810 into the $1 will be 53. So, 53.4985, this will give you something around rupee amount of 68 point some, we multiply these two, we will get the rupee amount of 68.4781, rupee amount of 1 euro. So, the euro calculation will be in two-way or cross currency forwarded calculation is like that. So, similarly, you can do this example in Kolkata, exporter in Kolkata exported goods drawn bill of exchange in pound sterling payable on September 30th. He approaches his bank in July and purchased this export bill. What trade bank will quote that? Here also two-way market, In India, we get the dollar and rupee quotation. In London, you get a pound sterling and dollar quotation. Similarly, when forward premiums are available to market, you have to calculate this in a similar fashion what you discussed. The answer here, Bombay interbank market purchase of dollar will be 53.50 and September forward 0.25, rupee is appreciating, hence forward premium will be deducted. So, 53.4975. In the London interbank market, pound sterling spot basis will be $1.5750. So, September month 50 point dollar is appreciating, the pound, the 3-month forward exchange rate will, the 3-month forward premium will be deducted. So, we got the after 3-month forward exchange rate will be 1 pound sterling will be 1.5250, and once you got the pound sterling, rupee equivalent, the 1.5250 is the dollar rate, and per dollar the amount of rupee will 53.4950. If you multiply this, then you will get the rupee equivalent of pound sterling. Then what is the after 3 months pound sterling, 1 pound sterling will be 81.58,537 rupees. Once you, so these are the references, you can go through that, and small questions are available to you. The multiple one question, a depreciation of INR refers to what? When INR or rupee depreciating, that means the fall in INR price of exchange foreign currency or increase in INR price of foreign currency. The rupee depreciating, rupee today is 53 and tomorrow it is 54, then rupee is depreciating, foreign currency value will appreciate. So, the second increase in INR price of foreign currency. Similarly, in the second question, you have given USD and INR conversion rate and USD Japanese conversion rate, you have to calculate the Japanese and INR cross currency exchange rate. Here you have to follow the cross currency exchange rate and calculate that. You have to calculate the exchange rate. Third question is Canadian exporter exporting goods to USA will receive 1 lakh US dollar per 3 after 3 months. The quote for 3 months Canadian and US dollar is available to you, and how much the Canadian exporter will receive in terms of in a forward contract. Here forward contract with Canadian, the person is having dollar, you will sell dollar in the Canadian market, so you will get less amount of Canadian dollar. So, the exchange rate will be 1.2302, you multiply 1.2302 with the 1 lakh USD, you will get the export amount in terms of Canadian dollar. Thank you. Next session we will be discussing, continuing with the merchant rate and foreign exchange calculation side.